Right, so it's like,
Unfortunately, there's not that many pretty women here.
yeah,
Just you. And a
yeah.
table full of suitors.
But it's like, I feel like we have a good enough dynamic to where if I were to talk to somebody, you would mix it up.
Say that again.
Hey yo, black man, what's happening, man? Here we go again. We have another one being thrown into the fire, man. Another one being casted up to the angels. Yo, black man, we have another sacrificial lamb. And I'm here to point to you guys that, listen, when it comes to taking out these black Jones on a date, first of all, I don't know why you guys are still doing this. The content is out here. The information is out here. We are living in the days of advanced technology. All you have to do is just pay attention. Listen, one thing about these algorithms, right? And this is why I can never run out of content. My algorithm knows exactly what to show me. My algorithm knows how to feed me what I need in order for me to be successful. Not just in content creation, now you know what I'm saying, but in various other areas of my life. Now, first of all, you might say, how do I know the guy on the date with that black woman is a black man? Trust me, that's a black man. Who else is taking black Johns out on dates? It's not white men. You think a white guy's taking a black woman out for dinner? Nah. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying if he does, he's not taking her to some lounge where she can actually, impress other black women that, oh, I'm out with a white man. No, he's taking her to a dive bar. He's taking her to a bar where there's maybe majority people of his race versus her race. Those guys know exactly what they're doing, right? Now, I'll say this, right? That particular black woman, because I went to her TikTok, I went to her Instagram page, I will admit, she's cute, right? She is cute. She's not fat. She's not covered in tattoos, right? If I was still back in my days of, oh, black queen, oh, I love black women, I would try to shoot my shot at her because she does fit my standard, right? She does fit my standard. So yeah, I'm not going to downplay the fact that she is attractive, but these black hoes, they know who and who not to play with. You're going to prop your phone up and record yourself talking about, listen, would you be upset if I go and talk to other guys? Well, first of all, she said there are so many fine guys in the building. Here's the thing. If you want to be a thought, if you want to be a bop, if you want to be the neighborhood Trish, if you want to be a cum bucket, listen, by all means, you can do that. But don't try to sell me the dream that, listen, things will progress between me and you. They will advance to something else because I'm taking you on this date. It's always them who talk about, listen, we go on a date so we can get to know each other better. Glocktavius isn't taking her on dates. And based off this video, this man took you out on a date for you to be attracted to other men in the room. So let's say this guy, and this is what I would do, right? I would order some drinks for the table, right? Dip off to the bathroom, and while she's not paying attention, I'm out that front door. You're stuck with the tab. You're stuck with the tab. Now, here's the thing. If you want to talk to other men, by all means, go ahead. But I'm not taking you on a date. I suggest that you black men who still want to date Keisha, I mean, you shouldn't be doing that, but do not waste your time taking her on any dates, black men. Glocktavius does not take her on dates. All they do is link up. All they do is link up at the crib and smash. Maybe he met her at the club, but again, he did not take her to the club. They met at the club, and guess what? That same night, she went back to his crib, or she went back to he went back to hers. Either or. But then you got her talking about you know, I think the dynamic between both of us is strong enough to where if I talk to other guys, it wouldn't ruin this. Bro, come on. The disrespect. So she's that confident that you're that attracted to her. You're that interested in her. You're crossing your fingers that much, right? That you can get a chance to either smash her or get into a relationship with her. And again, she feels that way because why? She's already put you through those shit tests. She's already proven to herself that, listen, I can disrespect this man and he's going to stay around. That's why I make this content for you simps. See, it's funny how black women, when it comes to thinking ahead in life, especially for the ones in my age group, when it comes to thinking ahead in life, right? Thinking for the future, it seems like they take baby steps when it comes to their own life, right? But when it comes to trying to outsmart a man, when it comes to trying to give a man a bad deal, oh man, they're thinking 5, 6, 8 steps ahead of you. They're thinking so far ahead. They planned out for every possible contingency to the fact that, listen, that you, as a man, black man at that, your only option to come out that situation unscathed is to just drop her and leave her alone. She's already planned every possible contingency, every possible counter that you can do to, come out on top. No, you're going to get a bad deal. No matter how you counter, no matter how you reverse her move, guess what? She's hitting you with that uppercut, left hook, uppercut, left hook, left jab, right jab, uppercut. She putting you in the clinch, knee to the face, knee to the chest, knee to the face, right? Judo flip, judo hip toss. Like, bro, black man, it's over with for you. They're hitting you with the combo. They're hitting you with the nastiest combo ever. See, you black dudes, you're too used to accepting disrespect for black women. And again, like I said, she is one of the more attractive ones. So I've said it in multiple videos. If you have been on a streak where it's been low quality after low quality after low quality after low quality, when you finally come across a black John like that, you're thinking to yourself, yo, I can't let this one go. And she knows that because they rigged the game. Black men, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. The fact that you've been out here busting your ass, right? Working hard to try and build yourself up in whatever ways you can, or whatever ways you seem, or whatever ways you deem as necessary. It's not your fault that the quality does not match your output in life. It's not your fault. The box that you're not getting, it's not your fault. The disrespect that's coming your way, the smoke that's coming your way, it's not your fault. They have rigged the game that way. So, like I said, when you've been starved out, when you've been getting nothing but low quality, that got an attitude, right? That's trying to pull the same nonsense that she's pulling right here. Again, I'm not saying you should accept it because she's more attractive, but when you got a 3 out of 10 and a 4 out of 10 doing that same thing, it's like, yo, I might as well deal with it from a actual shorty who's a 6. You know what I mean? Or I don't like to use 7. You know what I mean? I don't like to use 7, but I will admit she's a good 6, right? If you go on her Instagram page, she got pictures of her without the makeup. She's a good 6. You know what I mean? She a good 6, but again, look at all that makeup. Look at all that weave. She has a picture of herself on her page with green eyes. As you can see from that video clip, her eyes are brown. So any black John you want to rock blue contacts, green contacts, okay, you hate yourself, right? So your self-hatred brings down your attractiveness level, right? That way you think, the way you behave, that brings down your attractiveness level. See, that's why I'm telling you, you really can't give too many black Johns a rating higher than a 6, right? But for the guys, right, it's been so long since you came across a black woman that is attractive like her. You feel like, man, I deal with whatever I got to deal with to get that. I deal with whatever she throws at me so I can smash that. And again, look at how she's disrespecting you. Yo, pack her up. Pack her up, black men. Pack her up. See, a lot of you brothers, man, you don't want to humble these black Johns. You don't. And I get it. I get it. I get it. Right? I understand why you don't, because you feel like if you humble her, you feel like, man, if I put my foot down, I'm gonna scare off the pussy. See, a lot of you black men, you're not really you're not really willing to sacrifice for the greater good, right? My thing is this. She's talking about there's so many fine guys in here. So that means whatever attraction that you have towards the guy you're on a date with, either you're not attracted to him or you feel like, well, I can do better than him, which also means that your attraction to him is very little. Again, that's why I'm telling you the dates, it doesn't matter, dude. If you have not fucked a black woman, if you have not brought her to your house and put her through the mattress, taking her on a date, bro, you're doing her a favor, right? You're doing her a favor. So when she goes home after the date, she can go in her group chat. Yeah, another one. No DJ Khaled, another one. He took me on a date. He didn't get no pussy. Another one. Yo, black men. And she's laughing. But like I said, black men, hold on. They know who to play with. They know who to play with, black men. You think she will play like that in Glocktavia's face? Glocktavius might punch her. But then again, she might actually be happy to go on a date with Glocktavius, knowing those niggas don't have no money, knowing those niggas don't have no motion, knowing those dudes don't have no place to stay, knowing those dudes, listen, this is what I'm saying, yo. The society is so imbalanced. As a man, you working hard, something should match, right? Your partner should match that output in life. Granted, we live in America. Women can work, make their own money. Okay, cool. Do your thing. If you want to be a thought, just let me know that's who you are so I can move accordingly. They don't want to let you know who they really are, black men. And that's what I'm telling you, dudes. You're not even mentally equipped to date black women. You're not, because you're a good person. That's the big difference between black men and black women. And especially the guys I make content for. 10% black men, you're a good man. She is not a good woman. They're not good people. Again, why would you try to waste that man time like that? Now you might say, oh, she's doing that for entertainment. Bro, disrespect is their entertainment. Foul play is their entertainment. Watching two men fight to the death is their entertainment. Because guess what? If she's in that restaurant or that lounge or bar or whatever, right? And she's giving another guy those starlust eyes, and he walked over to the table and tried to flirt with her, or you go up and go to the bathroom, somebody approaches her at the table and try to flirt with her, you don't think she's going to give her number away? You don't think she's going to entertain that other guy? Again, she's already saying it in your face. She's that confident that if she tries to talk to another guy who she actually wants to fuck for absolute nothing, he doesn't have to prove anything to her. But you're sitting right here in front of her on this date where you're guaranteed to spend $100+. You hit him in the back playing the Gunna song. You got the other black woman in there screaming, hey, hey, hey. Yo, I'm telling you, that's the kind of establishment where you're paying $100+, black man. And after she said what she said to his face, he said, yo, say it again. Yo, all she can do is just laugh. And guess what? That video went viral. She probably recorded it for the group chat, maybe for her TikTok. But I'm telling you, yo, that's what I'm saying, black men. Yo, you brothers just don't get it. You just don't get it, man. Yo, a shorty like this, you're supposed to know she a bop. You're supposed to know she a fast one. You're supposed to know she treating. Yo, listen. For all you black dudes who want to still date black women, I'm going to give you a piece of advice and I'm going to wrap this video up. The first date, either she comes straight to your place, right? You cook, you entertain, and you fuck. Or if not that, the first date, you spend no money. You go for a walk in the park or you take her out for coffee, not even no cocktails. You go out for coffee, right? Ice cream, smoothie, coffee, no alcohol, a walk in the park. You take her to your local museum on a day where it's free to enter, right? Something where your investment in the absolute beginning is so low, you wouldn't care about the minute money that you're about to waste. Maybe you might care, I wasted 1 to 2 hours of my time. But as far as the money, because as a man, we understand this. We trade our time. Well, everybody does, but we're working harder than them. We trade our time for the money, right? When you spend your money, you expect a service or a product. Now, when you spend your money on a date with a woman, in your mind as a man, you're thinking, well, I'm spending money on a date with a woman who I actually like, right? Somebody who I wouldn't mind things advancing to the next level with, as far as going from strangers into, a friends with benefit situation, a relationship, whatever the case. But you want things to progress with this woman because that's why you took her on a date. In her mind, being taken on a date means absolute nothing. That's why I'm telling you, black men. Yo, honestly, man, forget that. Even if you say, man, oh, but I don't want to bring a girl who I just met to my place, man, forget it. You're better off doing that. And if you don't want to do that, guess what? You have more options. You got Amanda for an option. You got Sarah for an option. You got Yaris for an option. Esmeralda for an option. You got Ling Ling for an option, right? Somebody who would be happy to go on a date with you. And I can speak from experience on this one. See, when you're talking to a white girl, a Latin girl, an Asian girl, guess what? If she is not interested, there will be no date. She's not going to waste your time talking and texting, even though she's not interested. She's not going to waste your time and money going on a date with you, knowing she's not even interested in you like that. They won't take it that far because they don't feel like, oh, I need to use a man. Use a man for what? It's Keisha who feel like as a black man, you need to be a hoe. And I'm not talking about the one that walk up and down the street by the stop sign. I'm talking about the garden tool. What do you do with the tool? You use it, black man. You use it. And that's how they look at you. You're somebody to use. You're somebody to use, black man. So yeah, she don't mind wasting your time and wasting your money. And guess what? You going home with a hard dick and blue balls. When you date non-black women, trust me, if you're sitting across from her on a date, she is interested. If she feels like there are other guys in the vicinity who are more attractive than you, guess what? She made a choice to come out with you. Her attention is going to only be with you, right? See, it's only them who don't understand the proper dynamics between a man and a woman, right? And I'm telling you, if you feel like, okay, there are other guys. See, here's the thing. They can never be content. Now, I know guys might say women in general can't be content, but no. Keisha takes everything to the extreme, to the absolute extreme. They don't understand nuance. I mean, that's something that's a problem amongst black people in general. But Keisha, again, they're simple minded. They're bird brain, right? They talk about how they're the most educated, but yet you don't understand nuance. Like, if you feel like there are more attractive guys, again, it's about being happy with your choice. It's about being content with your choice. They're the ones who promote dating around. You got to have more than one man. But it seems like everybody else that's not them seem to take it one guy at a time. And if she is fast, if she is a bop, if she is a thought, guess what? You will know. She's not trying to play that whole good girl role. You need to take me out, treat me like this, spoil me like that. Listen, she gonna let you fuck. All of that selling a dream and trying to make you believe something else that it's not. That's what I'm saying, yo. You waste so much time trying to date these black Jones. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, pack her up, black man. But like I said, we need a black dude to be the sacrificial lamb. This is why I can't run out of content. Between Keisha and Glocktavius, I will never run out of content, black man. I will never run out of content because they make it so easy. They make it so easy, man. But again, black man, for you guys who are still watching it, you made it this far, yo, salute. 10%. I know you sit back and laugh. Hold on. I was actually talking to a black John earlier this year. And again, I didn't shoot my shot at her. She shot her shot at me, right? I wasn't interested in the phone number. I wasn't interested in the Instagram, but she wanted me to have it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Our first link up, and luckily it was her idea, but this is what I'm talking about. It was her idea that we go walking in the park, right? No money was spent. Granted, I had no plans on taking her out on a date, which I did not, right? I told her, listen, you can come to the crib. I'll cook. She was down, but I'm not interested in going that far with a black joint. I told you guys, I don't make this content and I'm sitting here, oh yeah, I'm gonna still date black women. I'm still trying to smash. Like, nah. That's some hypocritical talk. And again, for you guys who still want to date black women, it should go like that. The first link up, you spend no money. Second link up, you come to the crib and you get fucked. Then I can take you out on a date because why? She is now invested, and you as the man, listen, you're in the green. You're not in debt with her, right? When you take her out on a date, 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, and you're not getting no pussy, you're in debt, right? You're in debt. And if she leaves you, if she ghosts you, now you're angry. Now you're bitter because why? You invested too much. You don't have an ROI. There is no return on your investment for those dates because you're not getting what you want. And like I said, black man, so let me go ahead and wrap it up. A lot of you guys, if you come across that kind of black woman, right? No tattoos, nice teeth, in shape, cute face, you're thinking to yourself, man, listen, the ones like that don't come around too often, especially within black women. Let's keep it a buck. The ones like that don't come around too often. So a lot of you guys, you're going to overcapitalize. And they know that. They know you're going to overcapitalize because they have made themselves rare within the group, right? It's rare to come across a black John like that. It is. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Now, depending on where you live, it might be a little more relevant, but keep it a buck. For you brothers deep down south, I know for a fact you don't come across black Johns like that on a regular basis. I know you don't. Trust me, I know you don't. Anyways, black men, I'm out. Peace.